We're in today with the HD 3870 X2. This is a 2008 video card with 320 shaders. It's got half a gig of VRAM GDDR3 running at 823 MHz on the core clock and a 900 MHz on the memory clock. It's got 256 bits bus width, DirectX 10. I got two of them in Crossfire, enabled 4 GPUs, and today we're gonna pair it up with this i7 4th Gen with 4 cores and 8 threads. This is a very interesting setup, but the best thing we can do for those two video cards, just jump in a couple of games and see how 4 cores are running in a couple of games. Let's go. This is going to be a very interesting performance from this computer because I got 1280 with maximum details. All of the cores are running perfect. I got 50% fan speed in this case. I put a fan on the side so I can push some airflow in between because the cards are very thick. They are getting hot if I put the fan on automated. This is one of those situations that is very easy to assemble, this Crossfire. So it's running really nice. The software is working. Compatibility is very high. You see, if I sit here with the car, the second video card has got 297 megahertz. It's dropping down the moment I start driving because you see that 42 degrees on the second video card is not very used. Even though it's got 60-70% load on the core, I think it's underclocking because it's not needed. But the moment I start driving, the moment I start loading up the video card, yeah, it's starting to utilize the video card. I like this idea to have 90 FPS on average. Oh, this is cool and this is great, seriously. 10-15% load on the CPU side with less than 4 gig of system RAM utilized. I like it. The game looks okay depending on the resolution you like here, you know, but majority of the time you'll end up with a nice performance with Crossfire. Apparently Crossfire is good with this game, and yeah, you don't have to force it, you don't have to make custom profiles. Everything is working flawlessly in this, and I like it. I really love it, seriously, because it feels like it was done for it. Does it run Crysis? I got 1080p here with medium details. Why medium details, Daniel? Because I got 1.6 gig of VRAM utilization. 1.6. Well, yeah, it's got 500 megabytes of VRAM per core, you know, and AMD knows, I mean, ATI back in the days, it knows how to pull the VRAM, you know. So if you got 4 cores, you got 2 gig of VRAM, so now you got 1.6 gig of VRAM utilization. Not a bad idea. On NVIDIA, you cannot. If you have 500 megabytes of VRAM per core, you got 500 megabytes per core, and that's it. You know, it doesn't add up in quad SLI, the VRAM. So you will be here in this situation with something similar from NVIDIA. You'll be with 500 megabytes of VRAM utilized and you'll be bottleneck. On 1080p with medium details, you are better with AMD because it's pulling the VRAM. And in this case, you got 80% load on the core of the video card. That's actually fantastic. Hence why I keep it on medium details, because I want hundreds of FPS. Here I got over 100 FPS, 500 watts consumption with 50% fan speed. So I'm not overheating the video cards, you know. So if I can keep it between 50 and 60 degrees, I will say thank you. There are some spikes here and there, but it's okay, you know, the whole performance is good. 1080p, it's an exaggerated resolution. Ideal would be to be on 720p and lower the load on the video cards. You know, if you want more details, then on 720p 1280 or something like that, you can put more details, you can put more graphics, and it will be a much better experience. But I want it on 1080p to show you the true power of this setup. If we're jumping in Battlefield 3 with this system, oh, it's gonna be really nice because it's utilizing the Crossfire in this case, but the first and the last core, it's not on maximum. Very interesting performance, but it does the job, you know. It's working in Crossfire. Based on the temperature, I know which core is working, but I got 1.6 gig of VRAM utilization. I want the temperature on the video card to be cool, and all in all, it's giving me 70 FPS with low details. If I put more details in this case, I think I'm gonna get worse performance. The only way I can do it is by lowering the resolution and putting more details. That's the only way you can achieve that. So if it stays around 60 FPS, I think it's going to be a big W for this setup. I mean, I need 60 FPS in order to justify it. So I think if it doesn't stay on 1080p with this resolution with 60 FPS, I have to go on 900p in order to get it. you know, use VSync and try to as much as possible to hold that number. This is a different type of story. Look at this, 1080p maximum load on this Call of Duty, and I got 2000 megabytes of VRAM utilized. Dude, I have a bottleneck. If the VRAM is maxed out, what the heck is going on? But it looks so good here on maximum details. 80-90% load on the core of the video card. That's actually good for the video card because it's not maxed out. Doing a fantastic job, but majority of the time I will end up with spikes here and there because it's not working really nice, you know. If you have a lot of spikes here, then it's time to lower a couple of details in order to reduce that VRAM utilization. But I got 2001 megabytes of VRAM utilized, and I wanted to show you how it's rocking. You know, 60-80% load on the core of the video card. The quality is outstanding. It's working really nice in Crossfire comparing it to Battlefield. The temperature is good on the video card. The load is okay. So with 50% fan speed, apparently in this occasion, you can see that the video card is doing a fantastic job. I want to distress this. Is it possible? I took all the effects down, and now I got 1.9 gig of VRAM utilized. But you can actually see it's going up on the VRAM side. I think this game requires more VRAM than 2 gig. I think 2.5 gig of VRAM will be okay in this case. I jumped into Metro with 1080p DirectX 9 as an option, and I put everything on low details because I knew the resolution is going to be very hard on the video card. Now if you put lower resolution, you can put more details, but on 1080p I just wanted to see how much load I get on this setup, you know. I think if the performance is too high, I think we need to enable some details in order to get more load on the video card, you know. But hearing how the video card is working, seeing the temperature here, how many watts I got, 400 watts consumption, I think there is still room to put more details in this case. So yes, definitely the right combination here. Going with 720p and maybe increasing the details, it's an option, but considering how many watts I have, look at this, 504 watts consumption, 99% load on the core, and 1.4 gig of VRAM utilized. I think this is the end, you understand? And I got 70 FPS. And if you're going this route with this resolution, I think you have to stop on this quality, because look at this. If I light up this dynamite, 100 to 40 FPS on an explosion. Now imagine going this in the game all the time, yeah? When you have monsters and stuff like that. Look at that. Nice performance, but sometimes it's not okay, you know, sometimes it's dropping too low. I want to show you how Doom is working with this Crossfire. I mean, working, look at it, it's working only one video card and the second one is taking a break. Apparently this is how it's optimized. You know, with one video card it's okay, but with two video cards like this, it's not okay. I got no load on the second one, but the quality is on maximum. I put 1280 by 1024 in order to see how the video card is holding in this case. I got 50% fan speed, but doesn't utilize the video card at maximum. So yes, I like it. I like this performance this video card is offering. I wish I had two of them in Crossfire. There's a lot of game that is running like this. So if you want to have quad Crossfire like this, you have to think twice, because majority of the game it will be between you have to think twice if you want to put a mammoth of a video card like this in this game. Seriously, you need to understand that this is not the right performance when it comes to this game. If you're interested on playing a proper Dragon Age game, you can actually see that it's working really nice with Crossfire here. Seriously, first and the most important thing is this game doesn't run in Crossfire with 1080p. I can put higher resolution, I can play around and try to fit the best resolution that the video cards are supporting, but at the moment I just put it on 720p and max out every single quality in order to see how the system and Crossfire is working. You can clearly see there is a lot of details in the game. It's working really nice. There is no problem in the Crossfire. There's no errors or bugs. Nearly maximum load on the cores here, but it's dropping below 98% load. With 50% fan speed, you can see the video card sits around 60 degrees, and that is a very good performance overall. Definitely on the right track when it comes to gaming on quad Crossfire. I got nearly 500 watts consumption whenever I'm fighting, and I think this is the most important thing ever. I can can't say they are efficient, you know, because they are not, you know, they are big video cards, very bulky, and they are not meant for efficiency, seriously. If we're jumping in F.E.A.R with 1280 by 1024, you can actually see that the video card on maximum details is running really nice. I got maximum load here with 64 degrees on the video card. It's running really nice, this configuration, 1.2 gig of VRAM utilized. All in all, this is the right setup to actually run this game. And it's actually fantastic to see this type of performance. It shows you that if you find the right games for this Crossfire, you're gonna have a lot of fun. So in this case, with maximum details, this configuration is doing a fantastic job. There is no problem here. I put VSync on to see how much distress I put on the video card, because I got nearly 500 watts consumption. So with 60 FPS, I got only 20% load on the video cards. Ooh, look at that, 20% load, 700 megabytes of VRAM utilized. The second one, it's chilling. Look at that, 297 megahertz on the core of the video card. It's not being loaded, the second one. Barely 40% load on the video card's core, and 270 watts instead of 500. Half of the wattage is down just because you activated VSync in this situation. I like it. This is how it needs to be in this case, seriously. I think the overall performance here is fantastic. I mean, this is not something I want to recommend. No, I don't want to recommend something like this. Hey, you know what would be nice? To have a 500 watts consumption setup in order for you to get 60 FPS in some old games. If you can manage to find this video card and put them on a shelf somewhere or in a box to have them as a trophy, you know, for collection and stuff like that, good. It will be really nice because they are fantastic, you know, and they become very rare nowadays, you know, dual BGA video cards. But they retain the value, they retain status, they retain bragging rights, if I may say it so, you know. It's very nice to see this type of video card running in 2024. Considering they are from 2008, I will say it's a bragging right to see them running. So yeah, I like them. I like them because I have them and they are working. If you're interested on having this type of setup, no, I don't recommend it, because with the newer video card you can get the same performance in the similar games. Today I just wanted to show you how the video cards are performing because they're fantastic, but one of them, it's okay, you know, even if you want to build an old retro machine, one video card you can actually get away with it because it's not too much, you know. 200 watts for an old machine, not that bad, you know. I will say it's not that bad because the video card is consuming one 8-pin connector and one 6-pin connector, and the overall performance with one video card, it's almost there, you know. You can set up the game with the right resolution and the right quality, and you can enjoy yourself. The only problem is the availability. You can find this video card still working and with a decent price tag. If not, leave it. Hey, if you managed to find it interesting, make sure you like this video, and if you have any suggestion in the future for this Crossfire setup, leave a comment and I will see you very soon.